Welcome to TTV News with some latest events in the province. The Orient, in the morning of December 19, a ceremony was solemnly held to receive the certificates of rankings of the National Historic Site as the locals of the Civil Medical Service of the Central Office for the South Vietnam by the People's Committee of Tay Ninh Province. This is the rise of not only the health sector but also on people of Tay Ninh Province.
Attending the ceremony, there were former Politburo member, former Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng, former Politburo member, former National Assembly Chairwoman Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân, former Politburo member, former Secretary of Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee Nguyễn Thiện Nhân, Associate Professor Dr. Trần Thị Trung Chiến, former member of the Central Party Committee, former Minister of Health, Chairwoman of the Traditional Club of the Civil Medical Service of the Central Office for the South Vietnam. On the side of the provincial leadership, there were Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, member of the Central Party Committee, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee. The Civil Medical Service of the Central Office for the South Vietnam was established in 1964 with the initial resources of 83 doctors, pharmacists, and health workers who were supplemented by the Ministry of Health for the southern battlefield. They were not afraid of danger to take care of the soldiers in the war against America, making an important contribution to the liberation of the South and the reunification of the country. This unit was awarded the noble title Hero of the People's Armed Forces in 2018 and recognized as a National Historic Site by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism up to now. On this occasion, the Traditional Club of the Civil Medical Service of the Central Office for the South Vietnam gave 30 scholarships to disadvantaged students in Tân Biên District.
In order to have business gain more basic knowledge and experiences on starting up a business, setting up Interray, some issues related to accounting, tax, administrative procedures, awareness of digital transformations in Interray. Then the Departments of Planning and Investment cooperated with Vietnam Chambers of Commerce and Industry to organize a business startup training course on December 19. Nearly 30 small and medium enterprises in Tay Ninh attended this training course. In 2 days, the outstanding contents were focused on sharing such as the concept of starting a business, business support policies, startup thinking group activities, business system roadmap, business idea analysis, making a business plan.
On December 19, the People's Committee of Dom Châu District held a meeting with staff and officials managing the education and training sector in the district. The conference discussed the current outstanding problems of the educational sector related to the shortage of teachers, salary, and a number of other related contents. In addition, the managers hope that in the coming time they will receive more attention and support so that they can perform their role well, both professional and in financial management and administrative work. The relevant departments of the district gave explanation for relevant opinions. Comments beyond their authority will be proposed to the superiors for consideration. Speaking at the conference, Mr. Dung Văn Ư, chairman of the District People's Committee, shared the difficulties of the educational sector. He also suggested that relevant units review regulations related to education to promptly solve problems and find solutions for schools. In addition, the district educational sector needs to improve the quality of training at all levels. Providing knowledge, life skills, and ethics are issues that need attention for students.
From December 19, 2022 to the end of 2025, poor households in Tay Ninh Province will be supported from the new policies. This is the contents of resolutions that were issued by the Provincial People's Council at the last sixth session. The resolutions stipulates the poverty standards in Tay Ninh Province as follows. Rural areas, each household with an average monthly income of over 1.5 million Việt Nam đồng to 2 million Việt Nam đồng. Urban areas are households with an average monthly income of over 2 million Việt Nam đồng to 2.5 million Việt Nam đồng. Poor households will enjoy the following support policies. About health insurance, additional 30% support for health insurance premium for newborn households. The central government has support 70%. Support for an additional 30% of health insurance premium for people in households working in agriculture, forestry, and fishery with an average living standard. The central government has supported 30%. 100% support for health insurance premium for poor households in the province. About education and training, for children in kindergarten, high school students in the educational program at a Center for Education and Training who are living with their father or mother or parents or grandparents from nearby households. Support for the remaining 30% of tuition fee. Support for study expense at the rate of 150,000 Vietnam dong per student per month to buy books, notebooks, and school supplies. The periods of enjoyment is according to the actual study time and does not exceed 9 months per school year. Children in kindergarten, high school students who are studying in the educational programs at the Center for Education and Training, who are directly nurtured by poor households in the province and households working in agriculture, forestry, and fishery with an average living standard, 100% tuition support. In addition, people of nearby households and people of poor households in the province are entitled to free legal aid. The above support sources are made from the provincial budgets. Turn to other news. In the mornings of December 19, the delegations of the National Assembly deputies of Tay Ninh Province, led by Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái, standing deputy secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, heads of the provincial delegations of National Assembly deputy, conducted a thematic supervisions on the mobilization, management, and use of resources for the prevention and control of COVID-19 epidemics, the implementations of legal policies on grassroots health and preventive medicines in Ben Cau district.
Through monitoring, it has been shown that the implementation of the prevention and control of COVID-19 pandemic has been seriously implemented by Ben Cau district. The district has implemented a number of things such as epidemic prevention and control measures, take samples for testing for COVID-19 epidemic according to regulations. The district has always strictly followed and fully complied with all measures and professional guidance of the Department of Health. The mobilization, management, and use of resources for epidemic prevention control are carried out effectively and in accordance with the law. The work of ensuring social security, implementing support policy in the prevention control of COVID-19 epidemic timely, fully, and in accordance with regulations. Regarding policies and laws on grassroots and preventive health in the district, many encouraging results have been achieved. Medical examination and treatment has been enhanced, and the quality of medical services has been improved. Most of the health goals achieved their side plan targets. However, Ben Cau district has not been able to balance the funding, mainly relying on subsidies from superiors. The district People's Committee is also active in advocacy work from non-budget resources, in which the central budget is nearly 11.3%, the provincial budget is over 54%, the district budget is nearly 33.5%, and the socialization share is 0.8%. Concluding the meeting, Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái suggested that Ben Cau district needs to review and follow the outline to develop a focused, comprehensive, and objective report. In addition, it is required that Ben Cau district needs to report in more detail on the mobilization and use of resources for the prevention and control of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Ladies and gentlemen, recently Tay Ninh radio and television station reported the situations were for evolutions because of the gathering points of poultry feeders. After more than 2 months, the above situations had decreased, but not significantly. So the people petitioned the local government to ask the owner to move out of the residential area. After more than 2 months, we continue to receive feedback from households living in Alley 27, Lạc Long Quân 3, Ward 3, Ward 4, Tay Ninh City. Reporters were resent to record. People say that the stand like before has decreased after Tay Ninh radio and television station reported this. The situations had decreased, but not yet. The standstill affects many people living near this area. Before that, I also complained, but there was still a lot of bad smells. But feathers will still fly in. I hope the authorities in the world will solve this problem soon. Now the stance is also reduced by about 20%, but there are still much poultry feathers. My children still races, so they guesses. I asked this facility to be relocated to an unpolluted place. Currently, people want to the government to have a solutions to move this facility out of residential areas. I would like to propose the authorities to move these difficulties to another way, where there is little pollution, because we cannot bear it. Recent still reporters after TTV 11 related, the owner has also partly overcome. In actual observations at the warehouse and driving yards for poultry feathers of Mid-Hun Kim Cảnh, it can be seen that chickens and duck feathers are no longer raised on the raised yards as before. If there were 10 plots before, now there are only 1 to 2 pieces left. In addition, this establishment also no longer carry wax feather for preliminary processing after being grazed outside, will be collected for arrivals in the workhouse and packaged for transportation to another place, but still smelling bad if it in the factory. In order to reduce the situation of poultry feathers flying, this establishment also used coagulated irons to turn up high. Currently, the owner wants to sell the workhouse. After selling, she will move to another place. I also try to overcome and cover the present feather from flying. I also try to fix this problem. The second thing, I will clean up every day, and I have reduced 80 to 90% compared to before. I ask for your understanding during this difficult time. When I sell this, I will move somewhere else. I don't know what else to say either. The information that people continue to relax, the latest records as of December 16, 2022, reporter of TTV 11 contact the People's Committee of Work for the upcoming 3 months to ensure the legitimate requirement to live in a health environment. Accordingly, Mr. Trần Văn Tùng, chairman of the People's Committee of Work for, affirmed that in principle, it is impossible for the situation to exist in the residential areas in the long term. Workforce People Committee will continue to invite business households to mobilize to relocate. If people do not comply, they will be handled within the local authorities. At the same time, these unions will coordinate with functional sector to handle it according with the law. That's all for today TTV News. Thanks for watching and see you next time.